Prince Harry pulled Meghan Markle into him when showing high throughout key speech. Blue blood Harry and Meghan took the Big Apple by storm last week as they doled out their first ever joint public visit to the massive Apple. Their tour culminated in a very 6-minute-long look on the stage of Worldwide Subject Live, a 24-hour-long event line for COVID immunogen equity. The Duke and Lady of Geographic Area took turns as they delivered a speech during which they clearly declared everybody round the world has a basic right to induce this vaccine. The gang in New York appeared terribly hospitable with Meghan and Harry, and, one observer claimed, went notably wild once the Duke cited "my wife" in his part of the speech. The suppliant Callery, the father of two, gave the impression to have a shy reaction to the public response. They told Individuals magazine, when he referred to "my wife" in his address, the gang went crazy with screaming. He appeared back, so he forced her into him. The gang white-haired that. World Subject Live passed off at the same time on totally different stages across the world, including in London, Paris, and Rio. Throughout their speech, the couple shared an outline of the discussions they control with consultants within the immunogen field and COVID-19 worldwide response during their The Big Apple trip. Harry aforementioned, they said several countries are able to manufacture vaccines at home, nonetheless they aren't allowed to, as a result of ultra-wealthy pharmaceutical firms rent-sharing the recipes to form them. These countries have the suggests that the flexibility, and therefore the employees to start out manufacturing. All they are looking ahead to is that the vaccine material possession to be waived, and for the immunogen technology to be transferred over. The lady chimed in saying, and finally in our conversations, these consultants shared that, however the vaccine is distributed, and whom it distributed to, ought to be left to freelance international organizations who grasp specifically wherever the doses are most needed. Just accept the variant vaccines that are discarded this year. That like abandonment life vests, once those around you are drowning. When being passed on once more the microphone, Harry said, "My adult female, and that I believe that where you are born mustn't dictate your ability to survive." When the Duke shortly embraced his wife, the couple remained hand in hand for the remainder of the speech. The supply represented the couple as laser-focused in their efforts to lift awareness on the importance to share COVID jobs to finish the pandemic. They said, they are fully endowed in immunogen equity. They were laser-focused, that was what they needed to deliver on. They junction rectify the charge on vaccine equity. This star-studded event didn't mark the primary collaboration of the Sussexes with World Citizen, associate organization line for the tip of financial condition worldwide, and therefore the protection of the planet. In May, the Duke took the center stage throughout Vax Live, the concert to reunite the globe going down in LA in May. At the time he said, "This pandemic won't end unless we have a tendency to act jointly with a new commitment to our shared humanity. The immunogen should be distributed to each in everywhere. We cannot rest or really recover till there's truthful distribution to every corner of the world." Meghan and Harry were appointed co-chairs of the event. Associated Press appealed to massive pharmaceutical firms in a missive to share immunogen doses with developing countries. They conjointly launched a campaign on the second birthday of Archie on Kadvi that raised $3.5 million for Gavi, the Immunogen Alliance, a public-private world health partnership aiming at increasing access to immunization in poorer countries.